Irene got diagnosed with cervical cancer, she asked the following question: how did this happen? I did everything right. The day the HSE called me to say Irene's audited slides, they audited Irene's slides and showed different results, I knew then that I had to get the answer to the question, how did this happen? I've dedicated the last 4.5 years in battling, seeking the truth for Irene. At every turn, obstacles were put in my way by the HSE and the laboratories who misread Irene's smears. What was most important to me was to firstly get the answer to Irene's question, how did this happen? Nobody answered this question when she got diagnosed with cancer, nor did they answer it when Irene died, even though they had the results of those audits telling them clearly that the smears were misread. Secondly, so that our children, Oscar and Noah, in years to come, would know that I did absolutely everything I could in not letting those who wanted to hide the truth get away with burying it. I've had a lot of help along the way. Firstly, Pat Daly and all my legal team in Cantlands who fought in Irene's name. Secondly, Dr. Gabriel Scally, who discovered through his own investigations this system was doomed to fail. But my biggest thanks goes to my incredible friend, Vicky Phelan, who without her bravery, these labs and our healthcare system would have gotten away with literally murder. Vicky may not be here today with us, but I know she's here in spirit, standing next to Irene, knowing that today the truth was achieved. Today, we receive a full admission of liability from the labs CPL and MedLab, that they did indeed misread Irene's slides, and in doing so, delayed her cervical cancer diagnosis, which caused her death. A properly run and well-funded screening programme is the least the women and families of Ireland deserve. Over the years, it has saved hundreds and thousands of lives in Ireland, but it hasn't saved some. A minor few medical professionals who don't know better keep going on about the limitations of screenings and have admitted they breached their duty of care to Irene. She would be alive and well today if they just did their job. These labs denied Irene her life. These labs denied Irene the opportunity to be a mum and raise her kids. These labs denied her life with her parents and sisters, but most importantly, these labs denied Oscar and Noah a life with their mother. Shame on them all. The HSE have admitted full liability in not disclosing to Irene her results, but what does that mean? It means that a number of doctors in the HSE, including consultants in the Cork University Hospital, took it upon themselves to not share these results with Irene. They did not even tell her that the slides were being reviewed. They denied Irene her God-given right as a citizen of Ireland to get her own truth before she died. They denied Irene the opportunity to put in place the security for her children's future. If that's not an obstruction of justice, and I don't know what is. These doctors can apologise 1,000 times to my family, but I'll tell you now, they will never ever be forgiven for disrespecting my wife and her rights in the way that they all did. Until mandatory open disclosure with consequences on the individual is put into law, we will see further injustices happening again and again. The law needs to provide that there is an obligation upon all doctors to be candid and tell the truth. That obligation is not being met. That was currently being discussed in Cabinet yesterday. I call on the government now to fix this. One thing all the governments of Ireland do consistently well is fail the women of Ireland time and time again. The least they can do now is start repairing the damage done. Up to recently, they failed again in supporting the women and families of Ireland by putting in place this botched tribunal when they were advised it would not work. I think it's safe to say the figures now with regards to that tribunal speak for themselves, and the government got it very wrong yet again. Selling the labs to the lowest bidder was a political decision. Price over quality in Ireland's screening programme was a political decision. Instead, this government needs to start prioritising the lives of women and mothers of our country like it should have done with my wife Irene. The blood of my wife and the incredible friends I've made who have passed away is on the government's hands and those politicians who failed to listen. Oscar, Noah and my world ended when Irene's life ended. We now start our next chapter and focus on repairing the damage done. Maybe the government should now look at doing the same.